Hello there, everybody. Especially anybody here who's not a part of this, obviously. Welcome to my new campaign, D&D, aka D&D DPRD, episode 1. Uh, oh, I made one little mistake here. Let's start up here. Okay. So, we are going to pretty much get straight into the intro here. Yes, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Give me them all them cheers. I love them cheers. So, what
From
we do?
us?
We,
I mean, I don't know
are we
if it was. I
supposed
don't
to
know if it was from you.
cheer?
I don't know. Give me something here. Thank you so much, though, Bunny and 26 for your prime. Let's
Yeah, no
go.
problem, man. No problem.
No problem. No problem. No problem. We love it. We are going to play. I like this one. If you need to change the volume on your side on Foundry, go to the top right where you see that music button, and then adjust the playlist. And if you want,
Oh
put the
God,
interface down a little bit.
I was like, I thought I already did this last time, and then it was at 100 again.
I don't specifically know if that changes every time, but let's hope not. Oh no, it looks a little bit weird on stream, but you know what? We'll go with it. It's fine. It doesn't hurt. Uh, Welcome everybody.
Hello.
Uh,
Hello.
this is screen. Okay. Welcome everybody as we will now start to get into this intro here. Welcome everyone to Earth, or what more specifically I should say is Earth 2015, where that of society blooms and grows every day with modern technology, modern healthcare, and even modern food. But what makes this different than that of Earth normally? Well, you see, under the guise of normal society lays many secrets. Monsters of both myth and legends, secret societies and cults, and individuals of great power, whether it be supernatural or unnatural. But who in specific deals with these types of threats to keep it a secret to that of normal society? The CIA, of course, or more specifically, a branch of the CIA, the D.P.R.D. But you'll hear more about them later. For now, it's June 2nd in Atlanta, Georgia. So, yes, we're going to the States. Into the States, going to Atlanta, Georgia. Yes, yes, yes. As we zoom in the camera on an average looking citizen, Jeremy parking into the parking lots of an IKEA? Of an IKEA on the 16th Street. Yes, that is the actual street name. He proceeds to take a kind of a big kind of stretch as he's inside his car as he pulls out a shopping list containing a few lines of stuff he needs or is maybe just looking for. All right, and out. It'll only take me about an hour. Let's go, he said as he went inside as normal. He was warned by the store, like the store, not specifically uh, I'd say more so specifically a generic looking a human behind the cashier, as he's wearing the IKEA uniform, that of being the yellow and blue stripes and blue jeans, as he pretty much he pretty much warns them that the store will be closing soon. But he said, "Oh, I'll just have a quick look." As kind of just other person, the store clerk kind of just shrugs and he goes to look at the amazing and comfy looking sofas, the chairs, the cushions. And as he proceeds to look on, as he proceeds to go further and further in, there's an issue that arises. As he decides to look at the time, his phone doesn't turn on, weirdly enough. Confused, uh, confused. I gotta play this one. Loop, that's one. Confused, he assumes he just probably didn't charge it. That's probably all it was. But in that revelation, he realizes he is lost in the plethora of unlimited deals of wooden desks. From a sense of unease to full out panicking and yelling as he tries to find his way out. Help! Help! Where am I? I don't know anymore. There's so many desks. There's so much furniture. As there's no reply. And after even an unknown amount of time, it appears he cannot find his way out. And it's that amount of time that continues to grow and more as it gets to the point where he has a full grown beard, ragged and pretty stinky clothing if I'm going to be honest. But most importantly, the look in his eyes of emptiness, despair, and loss of hope. As we zoom back out, to zoom back in to what seems to be a woman kind of dressed mostly in black, but with kind of grayish silverish like hair that flows down. That of what you would guess to be the pretty face around here, at the very least. As she says, and that is what would happen if you don't know your way around, or in this case, if you don't follow me. And the person she's specifically talking to seems to be that of, would you like to explain your character?
Gotta go first.
Oh yeah, I put you up first.
I wasn't ready. I was too
Oh,
busy laughing
I
at
hope
help
so.
me. These deals are too great.
These deals were too
Um
good.
yeah, she's a woman late 20s probably. Um long dark brown hair that's tied up. She's wearing a hoodie. A University of Florida hoodie with her hood pulled up. She has fingerless leather gloves, a leather jacket, um, and then just like a t-shirt that's a graphic tee, and it's just the graphic is just literally a pine tree with no text on it. Um, Regular pants. She has a hunting rifle strapped to her back that she does have a license for. Um, and then she has a black cat uh, that's just kind of like draped around her neck, sleeping, kind of like a scarf with eyes. Um, yeah, and her name is Shauna Miller. She looks at the woman and goes, "What are we even talking about? What? Why would? Why does it matter if somebody gets lost in IKEA?"
If you were following any bit of the story, as most people choose to ignore, then you would understand I'm telling you, this place is dangerous.
So just don't go in it, right? Why don't we tear it down?
I cast fireball on the desks.
This is why I don't speak with amateurs. Never mind. Look,
You asked
you'll
me to
get the
be here.
explanation and everything that you need more. But first, you'll have to follow me. As I will also mention, this is the person that had originally recruited you and your backstory.
Okay.
As
Yeah, you asked me to be here.
as she kind of rolls her eyes a little bit, she goes over to what you would guess to be a, well, not even guess to be, you're in like the vacuum aisle specifically. Like there's just a bunch of vacuums here, weirdly enough, a lot of boxes just around, but there's a specific cardboard box that she opens up to reveal that there isn't a bathroom inside. Instead, it looks to be a sort of metal like elevator right
And I
this
look
way.
around.
As she
I
proceeds to go
look
in.
around. I go into the elevator with her, and when the door shuts, I go, "Is the secret base really in this IKEA?"
She kind of gives a slight bit of a sigh, as it's like, there's going to be a lot of explaining to do. But first, what you've come here for. As she proceeds to push the button to go down, which you can see at the very moment, it really only appears like there's somewhat of a up and down. There's not really any other buttons here, not anything else in specific of notice in this solid like elevator. As she proceeds to press the down button in a somewhat fast like motion, you just start going down on the elevator. Just, and what I'm getting at is, it's not like, like a normal elevator speed where it's kind of somewhat slow. Think about it like 3 times that speed, where it's
Willy Wonka elevator. It's zooming.
It's somewhat zooming, but it feels like it's zooming for like 10, 15, 20 minutes. Not specifically for that long, but it feels like it's that long.
I like holding one of the rails on the side, and I look over at her and I go, "So this cure thing you were talking about, this just an in and out thing? I'm only on vacation for like a week and a half."
She proceeds to look at you and is like, "Oh, you're quite funny. However, this is, let's say, a more long-term endeavor. One that would be fruitful for both you and I."
I kind of like glance around. I go, "Are you like trying to poach me from my job?"
She looks at you very kind of condescending, like, as she's just like, "If I wanted your job, I would have simply taken it."
Donna gets a bit more serious as minutes pass in this elevator, and she goes, "I told you what's in that forest. Somebody's got to protect it."
After a little bit of coming down, you hear, sorry, after saying that for like a few moments, as she might be thinking about what to potentially say, you hear the ding as the doors open up to what the sounds and the looks of what seems to be a plethora of there you go. As you see a plethora of these, almost what you would guess to be special agents of sorts, people all kind of dressed up in the whole uniform with like a place or a purpose to go, roaming around in this specific somewhat metallic like area. As you see not only this person in specific, you also see starting to walk up to you, beyond the mass, not the mass of people, but like beyond the groups of people that are going in and out of different doors that you see have crates that they're holding or other things that they're doing. As you see a corgi walking up to you, seems to be holding that
Sorry.
seems to be
Sorry.
holding that of a, and I told you he was walking up to you, so he's on his 2 legs. He's also holding what looks to be almost like mini pocket buns that might have something in it, as he's popping one in his mouth. He's like, so did the new one, right? We've been needing some more people.
The
Oh my god.
my cat, I'm looking at it wide-eyed. My cat kind of just opens one eye, uh, and like actually looks somewhat vaguely, has that cat curiosity in its eyes, and I look back at the woman. Did she tell me her name ever?
Uh, anybody that would, yeah, anybody that
Like,
actually would
in the
know her
back, did she
would know her
introduce
name,
herself?
but you would only get her first name, which is Minerva.
Minerva. I kind of look at Minerva, like just with a, I go, what is going on?
Well, this is the DPRD, or more accurately known as the Department of Paranormal Research and Defense. Welcome. As Happy's just sitting there taking the dog's taking another bite as he's like, named Happy, by the way. Hopefully you'll fit in with the rest. There's some strange people around here, you know.
I kind of just nod. I go, my name's Shauna.
Nice to meet you, Shauna. He pulls out his paw, even though he's been eating some like these pocket buns of whatever could be inside.
I shake his hand.
You shake his hand. You feel the little fur, the little hands, and you're just like almost like a little bit like it's almost cute.
As I lean down to shake his hand, I assume I have to lean down a lot. He's like short, right?
Mhm.
As I full lean down, my cat kind of like snatches one of the pretzel bites, like as I lean down.
Hey, what's?
And I kind of
You
look
can't
at
just
it.
you can't just take them like that, man. You know
Sylvia,
how hard it is to get these buns, man. I don't even know what's inside of them. This eats another one.
I go, sorry, Sylvia loves food. I give him I pull out my wallet and I give him like $3.
Oh no, it's fine, man. It's not like these costs a lot. He starts to proceed to go like on his dandy way, like he's waddling almost like a penguin back. You see, that
I just
was Happy.
yeah, he was happy, all right.
He he tends to be that way, but with stuff like that around, it'll be quite obvious. Now,
Is he like me? Did he turn into that, or are people born like that?
some people are born like that. He was an experiment.
Oh, all right.
Now, follow me,
Lead the way. I'm
and
gonna hang back from her, like but walk behind her. I'm gonna pull out my phone. Does it have internet down here?
no, there's no service down here.
All right, I just put on my notepad D.P.R.D. Ikea, and then I go search later.
So,
And then I follow her.
so as you're following her, going to wherever you need to go, you hear her say, "Now, to explain a little bit on what potentially could be in this contract before you do your audition, I will say there will be guarantee and safety, aka people around that of what you find very dear to you, amongst a few other admirable professions per se. As this is a branch under the CIA.
Shauna kind of just nods. How come I've never heard of it?
Because normal society isn't prepared for what other societies might have, aka the monsters that dwell below.
Why are we? She kind of like. I guess I get that. Why are we? Why are you guys not in the Pentagon? Why are we in a random IKEA in Georgia?
Because have you ever heard of the myth called, I think it was, this is from the top of my head, I think, but I think it's SCP-3008.
Wait, she says that?
She says that.
Shana goes, yeah, I've read some. I don't know off the top of my head, but I know about like the fantasy work SCP.
Well,
I've read some
did
of those.
you
Like, go
know
to
that
sleep.
that fantasy and a bunch of other fantasies are actually real? What was above here, that's the infinite IKEA. You get lost,
You're based
there's
in the
likely
infinite
what we-
IKEA.
it's a good way of protection and what some people might say, but I'm not the one in specifically charge here, so do not take that up with me. As you
Shana just kind of shakes her head and goes, if I didn't have these stupid shit to believe it.
as you proceed to head towards what seems to be a somewhat of an open like door, you start to hear some words being said, not in like specifically like yelling or anything, unless it came to that. um Delta, I sent you something. Do not worry about it just yet. uh as you proceed to come in onto what seems to be like something going on in specific, Minerva says, we we are going to wait outside the store, and then when somebody pretty much eventually comes out from that door, you're going to go in. Is that understood?
Uh, yeah, sure.
Fantastic, because with that, we are now going to be putting you to the side here.
I love that little dog. He's so adorable. I love Happy.
Okay. As you come, as you're, you can somewhat hear this. So so if you want to say you heard at least like a little bit of it, you can, because this is basically getting to the end of this. But we see on the inside of the door somebody in a somewhat of a normal, I'd say somewhat wooden, maybe a little bit metal chair, uh, sitting almost like 10 feet, 15, or yeah, like 10 feet across from a desk. And at that desk, behind that desk, there appears to be one, one person in specific. One person who I would like them to explain how they look. Uh,
Oh, is it me already?
That's you.
Oh gosh. Oh. Well, you're looking at a guy, probably he's probably 25, 26 years old. He's dressed in a desert camouflage military battle dress uniform. He's wearing a some ballistic body armor around his chest that has various pouches and including magazines for the rifle, the bullpup FAMAS rifle he's got slung behind his shoulder. He's got a ballistic helmet with goggles as pictured. On his, there's a radio somewhere in one of his pouches, although it probably doesn't have any signal down here. And there's a pistol on his thigh also.
Fantastic. And as we're zooming in onto this character here, uh, whatever yeah, I'll say it like this. As we zoom in on this character here, we see who he's looking at, and he's looking at basically not in specific one of these agents, but that's the token I'm going to use. A person that's sitting in the chair, what I would say, a somewhat normal looking guy comparative to like all the agents that you would have seen before, except not like true formal, like somewhat formal wear, along with like some light brown hair that's a little bit curly. As what's been happening here is you in specific have been basically interviewing this person and asking them questions as you somewhat see fit. And as you were asking them these questions and everything to see if they would fit for your cause or however you want to put it for your team, uh, you you kind of have come to the conclusion that even though that they are marked, meaning that they have a special tattoo on them, marked being that of almost equivalent to a superpower in a way, and it's a very rare thing for anybody in general to have it. But even though he's marked and he's trying to apply to be a part of the field operative team, uh his superpower is literally super OCD. So he basically cleans things up really, really well. So you're already how if you wanna say it like that, then I would say they sorry, say it like that. If you wanna say it like this, you can, but there'd be no reason for you to put them on the field operatives team, but you can still put them on the DPRD team in general, but maybe even potentially towards the cleaning crew or maybe towards something else. But it's almost like they're just not it's not even almost. They're just not a fit for being out there on the field.
They're not qualified.
Yeah.
I know there's you won't I haven't been here for that long, but you won't believe the amount of just paperwork and red tape that this department goes through. And honestly, the best I can think of a great role for you, someone with your talents would be something a little more clerical, less little less out in the field, I think.
Come on. I got the ability to clean really fast, so if we really need to, and need to make a quick escape without having to like, be like spotted or seen, maybe I can use my powers to clean up really fast. Just it might take like a little bit of time.
There, there may be, well, there might come a need for a specific cleaning crew if we have something up on the surface that needs to be altered to not disturb the public. There's a chance I can refer you to be on their short list if they need somebody.
Fine, I guess. If you think it'll be for the best.
I mean, I'll be honest. I'm little more than middle management here. If you really are passionate about it, there's people way above me who have far more sway around here than I do.
Well, I'll try to see about giving somewhat of a handout, reach out, however you want to put it. But I guess I'll take my leave, as he very much sighs and starts to get up and walk out. And as he proceeds to walk out, you think that you're given kind of a little bit of a break, or kind of like a second, until Minerva as Minerva proceeds to come out. Which, by the way, if you want to flip your tokens, you have to press F while selecting your token to flip it. You can also do shift flip if you're turning it upside down. But yeah, continue on. Minerva comes in and she's like, "Now, I know this was probably supposed to be the last application of the day. However, I have brought to you somebody I think you might be interested in. And I will also tell you, Delta, that this is also the person in your backstory that recruited you."
Okay.
As she kind of like backs up a little bit towards a little bit of the wall, that's kind of like your cue to come on in.
Yeah, I basically walked in with her.
Oh, okay.
I'm not trying to stand out in the hallway.
Okay. Yeah, you walked in with her. You saw this person, Minerva, saying, this is the last person for the applications of the day. But for now, uh, they seem for now this seems somewhat useful, I think, for your side. So I'm just here to listen in on the interview. As she kind of leans back. Uh,
Is there a chair? I'll sit down like across.
Yeah.
Is this like an office?
Yeah, there's one metal / wooden chair in the middle, 10 feet away from the desk that this guy is sitting at.
I'll sit down. I'm kind of like just glancing around. I kind of look at Nerva and I kind of like whisper talk, like loud enough for everybody to hear, but in a whispered tone. I go, interview. I thought this was supposed to be like, I thought you said you're gonna help me. What am I interviewing for?
Sent you a little message, DM.
Yeah.
My character would be eyeing, I guess. You can see his eyeballs moving around as he's observing you. What was your name again? Your character's name? I'm sorry.
Shauna Miller.
Shauna. He'd purse his lips after a moment of thinking, and he'd reach out his hand for you to shake, and he'd say, "Name's Bernard. And you?"
She takes her hand and shakes it. Goes, Shauna Miller.
Oh, Miller.
Delta, by the way, what I had sent you before was the questions that you can ask if that's what you want to go with, or if you want
That's why you sent that. I thought those were questions for me personally.
No.
That would be weird.
I'm sorry.
Giving you interview questions in the DMs.
I'm sorry I flubbed that. I really didn't quite get it.
It's like you're
No.
here, but I still have to interview you.
No. Is this? This doesn't make sense.
Shauna sits back down and she's like, she goes, "Nice to meet you, but like, I really don't. What am I even applying for? I didn't even realize I was about to." She kind of looks down and goes, "I would have dressed better if I knew this was an interview, I guess."
No, don't worry about it. There's the black suits have their own ways, but we're not held to those same standards. As he motions to himself, he's not wearing there. He's wearing stuff you'd see on a military base. But anyway, I guess thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Anyway, So, I guess one thing I could ask. So, you've been recruited somehow to join this team of mine. Yes, I did say mine. I believe, as I have been. I have pretty solid command authority here. Um, how? What makes you want to join?
I I kind of look around, um, and she Shauna kind of goes, I don't know what I'm joining, but I was promised help on. I was just promised help on this, and she takes off her gloves and does the hoodie, and you see like on the top of her head, you see like two small horns uh, peeking out of like the top of her hair, like barely noticeable, but definitely there. And in between her fingers are like webbed, like webbing going in between her fingers, like a lizard would have. And Sean kind of goes like, "This just happened. Mirvanda told me that you guys could cure me."
I didn't say
Bernard
specifically
looks.
cure. I said that we could help.
What else
Bernard
is
look.
help if not cure?
Bernard, as he notices these new features, his expression changes just for a little bit before dipping back to placid professionalism. We do have we make vast use of a substance you've probably never heard of called glitz. It can help. Can't I don't know about cure your condition, but we can mask it pretty decently well.
She kind of looks and goes, "Sir, I've been turning into a dragon. That's not. I don't want to mask that. I don't want to be. I'm a human."
You may have started life as a human, but something I didn't quite realize about this world is that's subject to change. However,
So
moving on. Tell me about yourself. What do you specialize in? I see you have a rifle. As do I. You shoot.
yeah, I've used it on wild game before. I She kind of like recollects herself, puts back on her gloves and hoodie, and she goes, I was 2 years now. I'm park ranger at Cloudland Canyon Park, 2 hours north of here. You probably heard it, the state park. I'm a law ranger, um, and yeah, I kind of I took my I took my 2 week vacation because Nirvana said she could help me. I didn't know I was gonna quit the job. Um, I'm very confused on what's going on right now.
You see, you are applying to pretty much be on the field operative teams of the DPRD. What is going to be happening here, if you so rightfully accept, which I don't see a reason for you not to, after to see if you get approved or not of this application, is I think that you can be of a great benefit to us. And so, with that, we will provide you with an assortment of things, you could say. Contracts of that to be able to easily get you glitz to at least hide your spots, per se, as well as protection of both your forest and someone to be in charge of it for the time being.
I look at Nirvana and I go, should I show him the thing then? And I kind of like look at the cat
Oh, I'm
because she's the only other
sorry.
person that's ever
I'm sorry.
seen it before.
don't really know how to tell you this. I also am marked, as she kind of shows it on my screen, my picture. It's not like here. It's like here, on like a little bit up to your forearm. Is that what I want to say? It's like in between your forearm, going kind of up, and it looks to be somewhat of a kind of like all the markings are somewhat different in their own way, shape, way, or form. But this one appears to be uh, somewhat of a not Roman like letters, but like letters that you don't quite understand. To be that of like three letters somewhat mixed together in the middle. I don't know, put it like here. And she goes on to explain. See, the problem for me, I don't know if it is ever revealed or not revealed. I don't know if somebody, per se, is disguised. I only see for what the truth is.
Sophie kind of gives her a side eye, annoyed side eye. Uh, Shauna goes, so, well, she is. Do I show him?
It might help your case.
I'm back. I'm back now. Sorry.
Uh,
What is Minerva's mark?
Minerva's mark lets her basically sees things for what they truly are.
Oh, okay.
Shauna kind of just nods and looks at the her cat Sophie for a few seconds. The cat kind of just huffs, uh, like goes on both, like stands up on both my shoulders, does the like cat stretch, and then like glitter and dust starts to um like peel off of her, and she's and suddenly instead of a cat, it's a tiny green dragon just like slithering over over my shoulder. And Shauna kind of looks back and goes, so this is Sophie. I rescued her after her parents died uh, in a cave deep in Cloudland, and then I started turning into a dragon.
Ah,
And
that, well, I've
Cool.
inter- that's quite nice. The some of the yeah, believe me,
I'd like
there's I've had to face monsters that weren't quite very well conducive to being companions. So consider yourself fortunate that you have found such a particular creature.
I I kind of nod and I go, I wouldn't be um opposed to taking a leave from Cloudland, but somebody's got to stay there um
That
and
is,
find the monster.
uh, she's just like, out of curiosity, maybe perhaps explain it a little bit more. Unless you want to do that privately.
She
Yes.
Shauna looks and goes, well, I guess long story, I was gonna keep it short, is I was doing the yearly map updates this spring to give to our guest logs, and there was a cave that previously wasn't on any of the maps, and I didn't, and I went into the cave, and there, what are, now I know at the time they were glamored to look like bears, were two dead uh, full adult green dragons. And Sophie tells me that whatever can kill adult green dragons that were her parents is immensely powerful, and that she can still sense them in the forest. And I was named protector of Cloudland forest, and I have to. And Sophie asked me to hunt that monster, and whatever it is, I don't think I can do it alone. I thought I was alone for a long time, but if I'm leaving and there's obviously people more powerful than me, somebody's got to go and kill that thing. Like, it can't be allowed to roam or capture it or something.
We will try to see what we can do. But at the very moment, our manpower per se might not be the greatest. But we will be doing some research and trying to figure out exactly what it is that could be causing this.
All right. All right,
But
Bernard's
that is a part of your contract.
Bernard's he's been looking back and forth, and he looks at Minerva, and then back to Shauna. Don't take this personally, Shauna, but rarely do the people Minerva brings toward me meet my desired qualifications. However, I think nobody on this team really is quite like each other. I think we can. I think there's a place for you. Should you accept? Welcome to the team.
Shauna kind of just nods and goes, as long as the forest has protection, and as long as I'm promised to look into not becoming a dragon. Because as much as I love Sophie, I don't want to be a dragon.
The protection detail for who will look after Forest in your absence is up to Minerva and others, and I'm sure she will find someone adequate.
The research department, I sure would love to have you.
Shauna will just nod and say, "All right, I guess I'm in. Do I tell my family, or is it a secret from them too?"
Deary, you're in the CIA. You can't tell anybody. That's not.
I've seen American Dad. They all know that Stan is in the CIA.
Please do not tell me you just compared the real CIA to a cartoon.
I have no frame of reference for what it is. I thought they say that they're in the CIA, but they're not allowed to say what they're doing.
You know, this is on a broad scale. I'm not familiar with the United States law very much, as I'm not from here. But from what I've gathered, us operating like this on within American territory is very illegal, I think. So we're all in the same boat. If one of us goes down, we're all in for so much heat you have no idea.
So don't tell my parents.
Don't
If you wanna keep
tell
them safe.
anybody, yourself included.
Shauna will just nod and go, "So what now?"
Well, now we take a transition. It was so lovely to have you guys have a nice, fantastic interview. But now it's time for a different melody.
Dun, dun, dun.
Is this
Roll initiative.
the
Whole initiative. There we go.
is this Yeah, that works.
Low key, I thought you were just about to have 4 interviews in a row.
Man, that'd be late. So now
Yeah, I appreciate that not being a thing.
So now we zoom out from here and zoom into a more solidified location, a more solitude location. I don't know the word I'm looking for. desolate, maybe.
Isolated.
Isolated, there we go. More an isolated kind of home. And as we see this home and the people in it, we also see as a certain person gets ready to go to work. Would you care to explain your character?
So, Sabor is... How to explain Sabor? Sabor is a very tall man, stands about 7'1", and his body, while in his home, he sees no reason to hide what he is. And as he walks down the staircase, like, there's no use for really lights in his home, because the light coming off of him is more than enough for him to see where he's going. Colors of yellow and blues dance off his body as this essential fireman comes walking down his staircase, having just put on his uniform for the day. He's kind of looking around, his blank white eyes scanning the area, trying to find a little flicker of a little yellow flame that could be hiding around somewhere, either in the candles or near the fireplace. Mostly just keeping an eye out, make sure he doesn't step on the little guy. As essentially this will-o'-the-wisp-like creature gets ready to cover himself in that disgusting glitz stuff to make himself appear human.
What is it? What does your human form look like?
So, as a human, Sabor has, and unfortunately I haven't had time to draw it, but Sabor has, he has more mid-toned skin. A very long yet smooth nose, vibrant gold eyes, and long black hair that comes down to about his mid-shoulders. A lot of his features look somewhat androgynous, at least when it comes to his face. He has very long eyelashes, despite having a fairly muscular toned body, which suits him well in his line of work, essentially as a member of the government.
There we go. Keep going.
Yeah, but after he puts on the glitz, and he kind of pats around his body, makes sure it covered correctly, he's gonna kind of turn around and go, "Alright, I'm heading out!"
Do you want me to do those NPCs, or do you want to?
Maybe later on, if they ever go to his house, but he's just giving a holler "Hey, I'm heading out," and he's gonna head out the door.
You'll probably hear some goodbyes from your family as you proceed to get into your car. What is this car? Just if you could give it a small description.
It's just a simple, small, 4-door car. Think of a Toyota or something. Just a black car. Nothing fairly fancy, but it does have some really stupid, corny looking pink fuzzy dice over the rear view mirror.
Just one thing real quick. There you go. Boom, boom. As you proceed to get into your black Toyota and make your way towards where you need to, aka to Ikea, what do you do? what do you do with the radio? Do you turn it on to music or do you turn it on to the news?
Normally he'd listen to music, but since he's on his way to work, if anything, he probably has a channel to listen in on the work radios. So if there's anything going on, he at least comes into work knowing what the fuck's going on. And if there's nothing going on the work radio, then he mostly just driving in silence to work. He's just one of those days where, he's just cruising. Mostly in his own thoughts.
So not the music, not the news, just what might be going on at work.
Yeah. He couldn't give less of a shit what's going on with humans, but since he's on his way to work, he's like, it would help if I knew if there's a situation going on, where it is, and what's going on. So when I show up, that's less they have to brief me on.
So, as you're listening into the work radio, you hear somewhat of a talk going on about a potential danger of sorts. Not like of any specific one, meaning that it is that of the wolf level. There are 5 danger levels, but wolf level being that of the lowest because it is pretty much in any potential threat to is any potential threat any potential threat that poses a danger to an unknown degree. And as you proceed to go and go to your probably normal parking spot, I would say in Ikea, especially with your human uniform, we'll just say for right now that you're the human uniform.
Yeah, like the human disguise is like an Ikea uniform.
Exactly. And here's the weird thing. As you enter the store as normal, you continue on your way to the area that you know to go, because pretty much anybody, not just anybody, but like majority of agents in the DPRD know the clues and whatnot to get to where you need to go to the underground part, as well as how to escape as well, as this is the kind of safety measure or safety tool used here to prevent outsiders for the most part. But as you're making your way, you probably made your way at least halfway there until you notice on your way there seems to be one of the per se basic special agents of the DPRD, one to be that in the normal uniform, normal probably like whatever hat they would like to wear. So in this case, a white cowboy-ish like hat, as they're frantically looking around, frantically panicking. And that's what you see at the very moment.
Yeah, seeing that guy panicking, like Sabor's just gonna go over like, oh, what is wrong? Why panicking?
Hello there, higher up. I'm not panicking. Are you panicking? I'm not panicking. I have nothing to worry about.
You're a bad liar.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I am. You see, I was assigned to bring a couple of people into the base, and when I got here, I kinda sort of lost them.
No, just for context. Were these people meant to work here? Or are we talking about you let convicts get loose in the encampment?
No, there were people I was supposed to bring to the DPRD down there. Yeah, I messed up big.
Okay, but people meant to go down there to work, or people going down there because they're being arrested?
To to my knowledge, I didn't have to have them like handcuffed or anything, so I'm pretty sure it was by
Okay,
contract.
then you'll be fine. Do you know if they are in the building?
That's what I'm saying. Is they're in the building? It's just because I lost them in the building. Yeah. You see, as he keeps his eyes keep like going down and down more to the side a little bit.
Well, it's better to report the incident up top so that we can send a special crew to go and grab them.
Please, I might get you serious in trouble for this, as I probably already am. But we gotta
Don't-
really find them, and we gotta
Yeah,
find them
dude.
fast.
Dude, mistakes happen, especially considering we've positioned ourselves underneath this hell building.
And that's
It will be fine, but trying to cover it up will make you look worse than admitting you fucked up and fixing it.
I mean, I will. Okay. Look, I'll admit it. The point being is, we don't have a lot of time. Us agents know how to get back from that place. It's just that finding those two would be the hard part. And if the further they go in, I am afraid they're gonna meet with some bad things.
Okay, well, do we have a team who can go in, or are you essentially asking me to just go in there and fetch them myself?
I was really hoping we could keep this between us.
All right. But if they're dead, it's your name on the report. And he's just
fully
gonna
understand.
start looking.
As you proceed to start looking, we're gonna put you guys to the side. As once
Anybody who looks into that IKEA, just in the dark of the IKEA, they just see this little ball of light. Like they just see the glow of light going up and down the fucking halls. It's like, I wonder where Sabor is. Well, I think he's over there.
Okay, so as we proceed to zoom out from that scene into another scene, we see as two people roaming, maybe they're just sitting still after getting lost. But two people that have been lost for, I'll let you guys make up the reason you guys could potentially have been lost. But you see as these two people that are in this IKEA so far lost to be that of uh, character that I will let you explain. Crimson, that is you.
Yeah, so I'm playing as a Protector Asimar psionic warlock, psionic sorcerer. And I came looking around this area for information about my lost sister.
I meant a little bit more specific on how you look.
Oh, how I look? Let's see. I guess I would have just joined the agency a week or two ago. So they outfitted me with some gear. I'm wearing probably like a tailored suit, I would guess, and you can tell that, there's a lot of hidden pockets and things going on inside that. He's geared up for something. And wandering around looking for whatever's going on in here.
And the person who is at the very moment, I don't want to say accompanying you specifically, but is with you as you are both being brought to the bunker, or not bunker, but under base. Would you also like to explain your character, my good sir Stuttering? I don't know if that's what you want to call you at the very moment.
My character's name is Feifeon. I made him a variant human. As for his class and stuff, you'll find that out later. He's about close to 6 feet tall. He wears a very generalized like he wears brown trousers, brown shirt. He does seem to wear a robe that seems to have been fitted to where it can open down the middle. It seems to be kind of weird because it has like it's very finely made, and it's covered in different shaped patches that it's hard to tell what it is unless you look at it very closely. He carries a belt around him, and what's funny is that it is holding what seems to be a plastic Star Trek phaser, and he has a Star Trek symbol emblem on his robe. And the only other thing he's carrying what seems to be a bag with a shoulder strap. Right now, he's just going around looking around because he's like, well, nobody said I couldn't use their electronics for my experiments while I wait. Which is, at the time, he is tearing apart a microwave to see if there's any parts he can use for his next invention.
Unfortunately, at the very moment, you're in a like chair aisle, but if you take some roaming around, you probably could eventually find something.
Yeah. That would be roaming around. Oh, I can use this. Oh, I can take this. He loves to put things together and make things which probably work out in what he thinks it does.
Right? Are you roaming around with him?
I would really have no reason to stay with him unless I was told to stay near him.
No, I meant if Carnus was staying with you.
Oh, sure, why not? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure.
I'm cool with that.
Okay. I'm just making sure. As you guys are kind of making your way, looking through places, just in this vast, almost seemingly what it feels like an endless supply of different types of furniture and a couple of electronics, as you eventually come by to what you guess to be like some we'll say it's a microwave aisle at the moment.
Hey, you know what? We may be lost, but damn it, this can entertain me for hours.
I'm glad you're finding something to enjoy in here. I've never been more lost in my life.
Well, technically, if we ever want to get out, we just have to explode the roof. And I'm pretty sure I could do that with at least 3 to 4 of these microwaves.
Just give me 4 microwaves in a dream.
4 microwaves. I'm sure they have batteries here somewhere I can use. Start taking out tools from my little satchel, and I'm just like having fun tearing off the back. Like, how can I make these explode?
I cast light and see if we can look around for supplies to help him build this contraption he's trying to make here.
Oh, we need light. That's right. How dark is it?
It's not like dark. It's like there's a small bit of light. It's like very dim light.
Good enough for a human to see by, or would I need
You would probably need a little bit of light to see in specific, but you can in this dim light you can still see
Okay.
like a little bit like, yeah, you could obviously tell from a distance that's a microwave, but if you were to try to go into like the wires and start looking at like very close, you're like, I can't see shit.
I got you. All right. So I will reach my hand into my satchel and pull out what seems to be a normal sized quarterstaff from a very small bag. I will take here. Don't worry about the slide. I got it. And I will smash the quarterstaff on the ground, and at least the first 12 inches of it lights up like a glow stick.
Pretty fancy toy you got there. Where'd you get that?
I made that myself, good sir. Yeah, this stick here, I mean, it took me weeks to figure out, but once I did, it is awesome. No more fires are needed, or even flashlights. Doesn't even need batteries. Just have to like re-crack it every hour or so.
Pretty sweet.
Thank you. Now let's see what other stuff is around here, so we can start making this bomb to get out of here.
Give me. Hardest, are you just gonna be helping him with whatever he's doing?
Yeah.
Then Faye Thane, give me a investigation check with advantage.
All right, let me put this on details. With advantage, you said? If I hold down on left alt, will that automatically roll advantage? Well, let's find out.
Yeah, it is.
Looks like it
I was
will.
gonna say also if you just have your character click at the top left, you could just click on attributes and then on that actual roll too, which will come up if you want to do it with advantage or disadvantage too.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, 22 is good. Now give me a
sleight of hand.
No, I'm thinking of one in specific. It's tool proficiency. There we go. Give me an advantage tool proficiency with your I think it's Tinker's tools. If you need to go onto your sheet.
Isn't tools? Yeah, I thought tools was supposed to be under skills.
It is under skills. It's you see next to skills that little arrows, the two little arrows.
No. Hold on.
No. Sorry. When you go to your character sheet, you can. This is what I'm saying. Open up your character sheet on Foundry.
It is.
Yeah, you see at the top skills, and then next to it the two little arrows.
Oh, I see. They're kind of almost covered up. Let me hit that and.
There you go.
Finger tools. Okay. Advantage or normal?
Advantage because you're getting help right now.
All right. Finger tools. 18. Not bad.
So, you end up with all the microwaves. End up making this almost monstrosity of like a mix of like two microwaves set up to almost be like a launcher for the last microwave, as well as materials inside the microwave to basically make it blow up on impact.
All right. Honestly, DM, if we're not found by somebody, I'm going to light it. That's what my character would do.
I mean, that's all up to you. If you light it, you're lighting it.
I mean, I'm like, we got to get out of here. I mean, they should have been here by now. Yeah, I'll light it.
So, did you aim it at a wall or the ceiling?
Ceiling, because I
don't even know if you're near a wall.
Yeah, I'm assuming I'm in the middle. Since this is like an endless IKEA, I'm assuming we're nowhere near a wall, but the ceiling is always upwards.
Yeah, we're just chilling in the back rooms.
You proceed to light that thing up as it makes kind of like a very big buzzing noise. It's kind of almost blaring in a way as it goes ding as you see the microwave go all the way up to the ceiling as it blows up a good portion of that roof to where you can see some daylight. And just in a few moments as you see that, it starts to close up slowly on its own, almost as if it was somewhat organic, until there was no more hole there.
I look over to my compatriot and I'm like, well, I don't have a fix for that.
And with that, both of you give me your passive perception. Give me a perception roll. Saber. But you give me the perception with advantage because that was a
I was
big
gonna
explosion.
say they fucking launched a weapon in the building. You're telling me Sabor didn't see that?
You probably did, but you still need to make a good estimate.
Yeah,
of how to get-
perception to figure it like what
Yeah.
fucking aisle they're in. Yeah.
What part of the infinite Ikea did it come from?
All right.
It's at this time I'm saying, I'm sorry.
Do
what is
I just type like /r perception advantage or something to do it on the Foundry?
On
no,
Foundry,
it's- oh,
you can click on your character. If you're not, you should pretty much already see on the top left. You can do the quick slots options. If you don't want to just go straight to your inventory, you can do the quick slot options on the top left, where you see like inventory, features, spells, attributes. You just click on that one that you saw that I told you to make, which was perception, and then you can click on advantage.
Ah, perfect. There it is. All right.
It wasn't a high roll, so it's
Sweet.
fine. It's fine. It was literally a 10 DC. Because that like I said,
Yeah,
that
like
was,
they
big.
blew
But, like,
blew it up.
You literally were looking the opposite way, and then you heard, and you literally looked, and you're like, where? Oh, as you see it, and you kind of like see somewhat of a trail you can start going towards, and you're like, in your
Already, Sabor's like he just whips out this notepad and he's already starting the write up as he's walking over there.
As she's coming by, I'm sorry. What is your name? The one who's with me?
Carnus.
I'm like Carnus. It needs to be bigger, so it'll take longer to close. I can work on this.
Are there any more microwaves around here, or did we use them all?
That's a good question. Do I have any material in this aisle to work with?
we could say yes, but as you already start to work on it, is about the time that Saber and the person who was supposed to keep track of you are at.
So-
As the person who's trying to keep track of you is like, I'm out of shape.
Yeah, so Sabor's just gonna walk down that hallway like, do not make another detonating microwave.
I'm just there with my tools and like just what? Oh, somebody's here. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, we were trying to escape from the endless IKEA maze of death. You sure I can't proceed? This will look awesome.
Do it, and I'll have you in a cell by the end of the day.
Now, the bad
That's a
part.
bummer.
The bad part is, as that all comes up, I will say, anyone that has a passive perception of 13 or higher, which I think if you go to your inventory and look at your perception and then the number next to it, I think that is the passive perception. But anyone that, or sorry, I say 13 or higher. I meant literally it's like an 11 or higher, to be honest. Anyone with an 11 or higher perception, you start to hear kind of like somewhat noises in the background. Something to be like and along with the noises, you very clearly start to see as people start to somewhat pop out, almost like out of the woodworks. And these people appear to be that of like the IKEA uniform. So the yellow and blue stripes on the shirt and then the blue jeans. But looking at them, they're not natural, as it almost looks like it not even almost look it like if I were to say it's a wooden doll with no hair, no face. It's just like nothing is there, but it's not made out of wood. It's made out of flesh.
Alright,
As it
have it-
sounds like the
Oh
noises
great,
are
look
coming
what
from
you've
the-
done. Yeah, fucking
Duh.
Sabor's just gonna fucking pinch the bridge of his nose
Done with what?
and start shunting them towards the exit. Like, go.
What are you talking about? I don't see what you're talking. What did we do? And I just
You pissed it off. Go.
Piss what off? I don't know what you're talking about. What? Fine. We'll try it again later.
With that being said, you say that as you start to see, they start at first, what looks to be 5, 10, 20 of them start to walk in your direction. This is only from one side, by the way.
Okay.
But start to walk at you. They start to almost what looks to be like get on all fours and start fast crawling towards you all.
How long does it take me to notice? Because I have a passive perception of 10.
Because Saber pointed it out, you would have probably noticed after you're like, what are you talking about? I don't see nothing. And then you see a little bit closer and you're like, oh. Especially because they're running towards you.
I'm like, oh my gosh,
They
are
start
these
crawling.
mechanical? I would love to learn how to make these.
No, they're alive.
Oh, damn, I can't make living things. Bummer.
If you all want to proceed to try to find your way out and get out, I will need a athletics check from at least all of you.
Athletics.
Can I try to speak to them telepathically?
You can attempt.
Are they within 30 feet?
How
How far away are they currently?
They're like 60 feet, but they're like running at you. Like when I say running, they're crawling on all fours in a almost creepy like humanoid lobster kind of manner, but it's at a really like fast rate to where it seems like they're running at you basically.
Yeah, I guess 7. I ain't running far.
Let's see, how do I roll for athletics? Can I roll for acrobatics instead?
Are you just trying? What are you trying to do with acrobatics?
Climb up onto one of these nearby aisles to get away from the biting zombies.
Yeah, sure, you can. So going through this, Saber has no problems making their way through to where they need to go. But as Saber looks behind, he sees Fei-Fei, who is not per se out of shape, but already out of breath trying to run. Like, it's not to say embarrassing, not nowhere near embarrassing, but it's almost like they weren't built to run. I'll just say that.
Yeah, the support's just like, why the fuck they hire these fools?
And you see Cardis literally like climbing up a couple of levels until accidentally he kind of like grabs onto a toaster and like kind of like doesn't like fully fall, like he falls for a second and then catches himself as he's still onto the side, at least enough that it looks like these creatures can't get them, hopefully, until some of them start crawling sideways onto the actual aisle, onto all the items. It's almost like they have sticky hands.
It's at this point that I look back and I'm like, oh bother. I go into one of my pocket, take out what looks like you remember those toy buzzers you would turn around and press the button for like a noise?
Yeah.
Like the joke buzzers you put in your hand, you shake someone's hand and it buzzes?
Yeah.
I take one of those out, put it in my hand, I turn it around in a circle, and I press the button and I go invisible.
You do all that, proceed to turn invisible. Saber, I assume that you see this because you were looking behind. As well as Harness to potentially take any actions that you need to now, as they're all getting closer and closer. And as I said, they're pretty much aren't bound by the rules of gravity, it looks like.
Yeah, so Saber's just gonna do his job and just evacuate the people who are with him.
How many of them are there?
It's almost like similar to that of zombies. So I said 20, but that was 20 at first. There still looks like there's more and more going on.
I guess I activate my racial ability and try to fly away toward where it's relative safety.
Do you try to follow Saber, or do you just try to go your own way?
Whatever way the character would deem to be safe or appears to be safe. I guess my own way, because I couldn't see him now that he's invisible.
You couldn't see him, but you could see Saber.
Oh, I guess towards Saber.
Yeah. I would also be walking towards Saber, trying to get as fast as possible.
As we see as a couple of these IKEA like sorry, I should just call them like the faceless IKEA men. The faceless IKEA men come and crawling past up the sides of the aisle as they proceed to try to kind of almost jump at you. Carnus trying to grab you as they proceed to kind of like fall down. As they don't specifically die, but it's almost like they make a bit of a splat on the way down. Or sure, not on the way down, but on the actual impact. As a couple of bodies start just splatting next to you, Fei. As you basically were like very hoping that these things would not notice you, and at the very moment, they don't. They're all running past you. Almost like, I was gonna say a scene from a movie, but I don't think many people watch that movie. But almost like a movie scene where it's just like you see all the zombies and you're just like, just let it happen, or like you're confident that you won't get bitten, and they all just start running past you, and you're just like, you have to like full face like, I'm okay, kind of deal. As you feel some of the ones that even bump you or brush you too, you can feel the disgusting kind of flesh on all of their bodies. But that pays you no mind. Do you proceed to try to still follow Saber, or are you going to try to go the opposite way? Considering these creatures are still running towards Saber.
Well, Saber's the only one that knows where the place is to get down to where we're supposed to go, right?
Yeah, so
So I'll probably still follow.
Right.
She's the only person I know that knows where she's going. I assume you know where you're going. Saber, do you know where you're going?
Yeah, he knows where he's going.
Okay, just checking there. I don't want to be following a person that's also brand new and, and okay.
No, Saber's been with this company a while.
Okay.
Which is why he was yelling at you like, what the fuck? Don't do that!
Could you tell it's my first day?
Yeah, he can, and he's already he's gotten you under like 7 write-ups.
Oh boy. You continue to face this kind of, not like, I don't want to say specifically endless horde, but like it seems like there's a plethora that are just still going through. Can you give me a perception check, Feifin?
Perception check. No, wrong one, wrong button. I keep hitting the wrong buttons. Did it show up? No, did not show up yet. There we go. 2.
It's a massive horde.
Wow, I've never seen this many things. I'm just standing there looking at them, and I'm like, if I could mechanicize these guys and make my own army of mechanical zombies, that's just what my mind's going through right now.
You know, the
Yeah.
very funny part about all of this happening is you some of you hear this better than others, but you hear someone in the distance what sounds to be like that of of yelling. Uh, that's not what
I'm gonna say that's kind of weird music for this time.
Yeah.
There we go.
Fucking whole time, like, Sabor's saying it to the exit, he's just saying out to the IKEA, like, I'm sorry that they're so fucking stupid. You have every right to be angry. They did just shoot you in the goddamn stomach.
I mean, if they have this many old IKEA, employees, I bet they put something in the real teeny tiny writing of that application.
Okay, here we go. So as you're all somewhat proceeding to try to follow, uh, the horde takes a stop as they hear a very loud voice, a somewhat of a booming, not like a super, not like a super voice, but it sounds like a some angry, angry kind of person. Um, I'm gonna explain this because I'm gonna bring it out. And as some of you see this angry person, aka probably the person that would fly, and the person who is still in the horde, you can see somewhat of some lights on what looks to be a group of people behind the actual horde, all somewhat dressed up like there you go. All somewhat dressed to be in what you could guess to be specific. I got it. I got it. Right here. Let's see this. Okay. So yeah, you see what looks to be like almost regular citizens, like people who look somewhat normal, like have normal, uh, like normal humans already, but like you see what looks to be their normal clothing, whether that to be casual clothing or work clothing, um, and they not IKEA specifically, not IKEA, but like almost like a suit and tie something, and on their bodies you see a bunch of pillows that have been like strapped on them, as well as their wooden board and wooden stake, probably which you guess to be made out uh, of a bed frame, as well as buckets on their heads and somewhat masks to help them cover their face as they're like, yield! We, the Bed Kingdom, will bring down the masses! Fight us! As you hear the hurrah, the Bed Kingdom! For the Bed Kingdom! From the background, as a almost small war has started in between these. Just enough for you to slip out.
All right.
Raven,
I will take that cue and stage left.
as you
Walks right into the horde.
as you proceed to somewhat follow behind to you saw like you turned left and their kind of saber was not specifically in front of your face, but like 20-30 feet away, still kind of like running as you're like, I finally got to this point, like don't leave me behind in a kind of way, uh as you proceed to keep following. And I think that will essentially be the, I don't want to say specifically conclusion of that scene, but you guys conclusion of of that, as you guys have all pretty much somewhat run away. Even to the person that's flying can see that they've been just now the mass of army are being distracted by the same type of people I was explaining before, as well as Karnas. You can also see it a little bit in the background because you're flying. You can actually see why they're even here, as they're near as you guys were like 3 aisles away from what looks to be a giant fort made out of bed and wooden frames. Beds specifically.
A giant fort.
Yeah, like a giant fort
Cool.
made out of beds and wood frames. Yep.
They were asleep and you woke them all the fuck up.
You know, this is why you should put like notices on the front door or in like the welcoming packet you give to employees.
Well, to be fair, you should have stayed with your tour guide.
We didn't have a tour guide.
Is that right? And then he looks over at the other guy.
What?
I
No,
figured that
what?
was part of the test to get out of the endless maze. So I figured, well, we can explode the roof.
I literally brought you guys in for like 2 seconds.
Well, that was a long ass 2 seconds. Besides, do
Yeah.
you really expect me not to walk off when all of these amazing appliances are here for me to turn into awesome things?
Yeah, word of the wise. Don't piss Kia off.
You mean IKEA?
Fucking, I call it Kia. The
Uh,
building is alive. And it doesn't really take kindly to getting
oh.
shot in the belly.
The employee handbook didn't mention anything about zombies.
Yeah, they didn't mention that either. I'm telling you, if you put it on
Those
there,
aren't zombies.
like rule 1, buildings alive. Rule 2, zombies exist.
Those aren't zombies. They're her white blood cells.
Oh,
Ah. Fucking, he just keeps going. He's like, fucking humans.
I'm pretty sure they're they look like zombies. What are the other things then?
Humans.
Oh, so we have humans fighting things that look like zombies but aren't zombies. You know, they smell and touch like zombies.
They have no faces.
So they have head. Zombies have heads.
Zombies also have mouths.
That's true.
You see, as this guy, also the special agent in the background, is just kind of like still lost in the sauce of like their white
Still
blood
lost.
Oh,
cells.
I'm still invisible too. I even turned myself invisible. I'm just having this argument, and you're just like talking to air. It's hilarious. I'm just laughing. It's hilarious. But I'm like, so if we weren't supposed to go off by ourselves, then where are we supposed to be now?
Probably at orientation.
Ah, why weren't we taken there first?
You know, that's a good question. He looks back at the agent.
I had to pee.
Oh,
Ugh.
how could you even find a bathroom in this place?
Because we work here.
Yeah, it's certain signs and whatnot to look for to get to the certain places you need in here. For now, we're look, we're here as he points to the vacuum aisle.
So there are signs for the bathroom, but no signs that says, living blood cell horde, do not explode. That would help.
Well, to be fair, normally the new recruits are taken straight to orientation when they're told, don't piss off the building.
And yet exactly, I wasn't taken there, so it's his fault. I point to
I
the guy.
specifically
His
said
fault.
just stay there for 2 seconds as I take a wee wee. Ah,
Dude, you need to see a doctor. That was a long 2 seconds.
Yeah, he must have been pushing out a kidney stone or something in there.
I don't want to hear
More
from
like-
you
more-
either.
more
You
like a
also
boulder.
followed him. Ugh. I'm gonna get
Hey,
so much
it's not his fault. I'm a very charismatic guy, and as I'm saying this, I have like a gash across my face from like right to left cheek, to where I just look ugly as fuck.
I'm a very
I'm a-
charismatic guy. Ugly.
And I just realized I'm explaining this to you as I'm still invisible, but you would have saw it before I turned invisible. But I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm a very charismatic guy.
As you guys are potentially are pretty much proceeding to go and head down as you get into this elevator, which for 4 people, a little bit of a squeeze, but you still manage pushing the button. And as you go to push the button, Saber, you do You push the button and you hear the ding, 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 like it's like an alert on your phone. And on the phone, you already know what that alert means. It's it's time for mission briefing. Something's come up.
Yeah, so he's just gonna look at his phone, he's gonna hit the button, he's like, well, while he takes you to orientation, I am going to briefing.
Oh,
And I will say, since we're all in the small elevator, it's getting pretty toasty in that elevator the longer that Sabora's in there.
Um,
I could probably make this elevator go faster if I can just get behind the wires and the button. I could probably get this thing to go
Don't.
faster.
uh,
What? You say don't as I have like a crowbar half out of my big pouch. I'm like, oh, okay, put it back. I also take off my invisibility buzzer and put that back in.
as you appear, the other guy over here is just kind of like shocked for a second, but he's like, nope, nope, deal with weird people. Um, I, Saber, you do know that I did a little bit of searching through some texts I got before, and I found out that they are contracted to be a part of the Fields team at the moment, so I think they might be going with you.
Wouldn't they still need to go through orientation? Or is fucking the very concept of, teaching them, hey, don't piss off the building, just
They
gonna
still
be.
need to learn a lot, but if there's a mission that requires people, then I'd say bring them for now.
Alright. Uh,
As you guys hear ding, as I kind of what I've explained before, the doors open up. You see a bunch of these guys kind of around, as well as Happy making his way with what looks to be like instead of the basically pretzel bites, as someone put it, now they look like chocolate balls. You know,
Happy,
the
you can't have
Wookers, the
chocolate!
Wookers. You said Happy just looks at you just like mine, and he starts to run away.
Happy, you can't have chocolate, Happy. I'll die happy!
I'll die happy, damn you.
Yeah, fucking, Sabor will step off the elevator. When he leaves the elevator, all the heat goes with him.
Uh, Now that you're down under here, do you care about your human form?
No, he drops that shit immediately and just flash. Like, the second they were in that elevator, he dropped and flash banged everyone in that elevator.
Ah,
Wow, so is this a chemical reaction or do you have batteries?
But yeah. He'll drop the human disguise and he'll be his full, fireman get up and then the halo of planets circling his head as he just walks over to mission briefing.
That gives a
you
new meaning to hot stuff.
you know that's a
All
good
right,
thought.
guide, where are we going?
Uh, that guy's gone because he's not for mission briefing. All these guys to the side, because they're not here.
Oh, what's it?
They're not here for the mission briefing. Uh, who's here for the mission briefing? As the three of you proceed to walk in, one face out of these three seem to be familiar. Uh, to Bernard, however, as you proceed to walk into the mission briefing, you see uh, what looks to be a almost kind of like hunter of sorts. Maybe like I wouldn't say specifically like a game hunter, but like someone with that of a nice hunting rifle, as well as with is your thing
Back and
backing
cat.
cat? Yeah.
Back and cat.
As you see the cat standing, or not standing, but like kind of almost sitting or pouched on the shoulder of this person. So pretty much all of you are kind of somewhat meeting up for the first time outside of Saber and Bernard, who have already been a part of this team, as well as in the corner, or not specifically the corner, but like somewhat more near the corner, that of Minerva.
Yeah, fucking right. As Saber walks in, he's like, "Hey, Bernard, guess who got tasked with finding two new dipshits who pissed off Kia?"
Ask me if I care.
No, you don't.
My bad. I
No.
wave my hand.
Lovely.
My bad.
Lovely. Trust me, that the any damage you do to that thing just gets it repairs itself.
I saw that. We were trying to get out of there, but I figured I needed a secondary explosion, but she said to stop. Or he said to stop.
That's it's attacking that thing is an exercise in futility. But glad you I'm glad you didn't succumb to the building's defense system or get impressed press ganged into that weird furniture cult that lives there. Also,
Yeah, these bits were strange, but those zombies were weird looking. No faces or anything.
all right, as it was, we have a purpose here.
That is right. And our purpose here, as I'll get a map for this eventually, but I didn't want to make the map for it this time because I wanted to see your characters, see how they react a little bit first before I do any of that. But she goes up to the middle of pretty much where you see it's somewhat of a tech like table, and I say tech like because there's it's like a silver lining table. All of the outside is silver, but on the top part of it, it's all like glowing white. There's basically like a somewhat of a light, but not like too shiny. Um, as you see the people who are already sitting down, and also the few other chairs, which there's probably like two other chairs, so they had to bring in like one more chair that was like probably that to be a little bit more of a what do you call it, that plastic chair, the black plastic chair with the silver kind of like things go like a school chair, you know what I'm talking about. I can't think of it too specifically, but basically it's a plastic and metal chair. As you all proceed to, I'm assuming, sit down at any of these chairs if you wanted, she basically puts her hand down, kind of onto the table, not in a slamming function, but just in general, as she's like, "Now I know this might be strange, especially for some people who are already here. I know I'm not the general person to be giving you this mission, but or any missions in general, but he's out on vacation right now. So I'm here to give you the mission briefing, which so far doesn't seem like too much of a task. I am very much hoping. But a it appears that I need to put this on. There we go. It appears that two people per se, two night guards in specific, were brutally murdered, I should say. It seems like they were slashed and torn into pieces, almost as if ravaged by some savage beast of sorts.
Ooh. Question. I raised my hand in the air.
Yes.
Were they also killed by an IKEA they pissed off?
No. No. No.
Okay. That would be funny.
Continuing on.
Bernard kind of glares at you.
I kind of smile like,
Continuing on, you see this happened at the Fernbank Forest on Clifton Road. It's a nature preserve, but more specifically, they are going. More specifically, this is in the museum of the Fernbank Forest. And with that, it kind of leads it into where you guys are going to be out onto your mission soon, as this will be a nighttime mission, as well as to hide potentially your identities a little bit easier. So people won't see you guys as much, do what you need to do, as well as this isn't in a preserve, so it's kind of already out there to where people won't be around, hopefully. But what's happened is pretty much the museum has been like sectioned off, like the yellow tape where it's like do not enter. It's been sectioned off like that to where nobody is pretty much allowed in, at least per se during the day. For you guys, that is where you're going to be needing to go to find out what potentially may have happened, as the reason why they're even sending you out and not somebody like the cops dealing with it or anything like that is in that forest preserve or anywhere near there's no animal, no serial killer, nothing like that of the normal society that could have done damage like that to their bodies.
Are we able to see any photos on this?
Yeah, she'll like throw out a couple of photos. Everybody new here basically give me a Constitution saving throw.
ooh.
As while I'm explaining it, I'll let the rolls kind of just show what they are. As you see the pictures that she's thrown out, it looks as if they have been both basically slashed basically into a multitude of pieces, like brain splatter. Not like brain, like a little bit of the brain showing. You can see like their whole torsos have been actually like ripped apart. Their head kind of almost like as if it was like bitten off on one of the bodies.
How do I roll a saving throw versus an ability check?
If you're doing on the top left, when you click on attributes, just click on one of the abilities, and it'll ask you if you want to do a saving throw or a check.
I don't know what you mean by on the left. Because when I click on the word con, all I get is says ability check.
To the right of skills on the main page, there's a thing that literally
there
says
it is.
saving
Yeah.
throws.
I thought
Thank you.
I thought you were using the quick stuff, the quick inventory at the top left.
Sorry about that. My bad.
Yeah, you all managed to hold your stomachs at least for the time being, as some of you even try to put on a rougher face, as this site for newcomers, it's really not a site that's easy for anybody to see. Especially with them being very vivid pictures. But that does confirm that this does not look like the markings or the makings of anything natural.
They pulled nothing back in these pictures. Damn.
Why would we? It's evidence.
Shauna speaks up. Do we have any idea what did this? I've been to the Furbank Museum multiple times. I don't know how supernatural things are. Is it like dinosaur come to life or something?
She kind of laughs for like a split second, like she's like, hopefully not. And she's like, she doesn't really know how to answer you at first, but she does say, you see, the thing about the supernatural, the unnatural, is many things can happen. If you're asking in specific, if it was dinosaurs, I'd be laughing in your face like I did earlier, because they went extinct a while ago. But that's not to say. It's not to say certain elements might not be able to mess around with them. I don't know how you want to put it.
Yeah, so
It really
Sabor's
depends on what's involved.
Sabor's gonna look over the pictures and he's like, yeah, what's the kind of damage he's seeing done in these pictures? Like, is it something done by claws or?
That's why I said both. It sounds like it was both that to be of claws and bites.
Claws and bites. So Sabor's gonna look at it and then he's gonna. Werewolf, maybe?
That seems like, honestly, a very likely option.
And we're certain no one just happened to rent a wood chipper last evening and use it on some people.
I think potentially 2 armed guards wouldn't get that problem, but even then, why would it be such a clear kill?
Well, a wood chipper would make quite a mess like that, but again, if we think it's something supernatural, I wouldn't doubt it.
I do truly think it's at least something not natural. Could you, well, I say could, but this is more of like an order for you all to go out and investigate it. Seeing as it's already come down to sundown at this point, it should not be a problem.
Out of
However,
curiosity,
if it is, if it is a werewolf, I will have to let you know that it is June 2nd.
Out of character, Sean has dealt with some werewolves before because they're one of her favored enemies. Does this seem like their MO when I've come across like dead hikers and stuff?
I can tell you yes and no. It seems like it's similar, but it seemed like it could be a little off. Like maybe if it was a big werewolf, but at the same time you don't know what exactly the size of a werewolf is in this under society kind of thing. Because they're talking
In the
about
middle of a city and not a forest. Like,
yeah,
I
in the
feel
middle of
like
a
they
city.
might be different.
hmm.
Shauna's just gonna kind of look down and mutter, and be like, "This doesn't feel like something's off. Doesn't feel like a werewolf."
Well,
What do you mean by that?
regardless of what it is, I'm sure we can handle it.
Could it be?
Shauna's gonna look up at Nirvana when she asks the question and be like, I may have dealt with a few. They're rampant in Cloudland, and this werewolf would have to be huge. And I feel like in the city they might usually even be smaller. Not they get powered by nature.
It seems like more that we'll need to discuss later. However, I will note to you that werewolves come in a few different sizes. So, you could be right, or you could be wrong. But let's just hope whatever skills you have with hunting a werewolf will help if it is the case. With that, all of you proceed to start to kind of head out. Assumingly the team follows Saber and Bernard.
So, given the distance given our distance to the site, you think helicopter or road?
I can tell you that it's not far enough away to really take a helicopter because
Yeah.
I gave you street names as well. Not to tell you to look it up. You don't have to look it up, but I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
I've literally looked it up.
I'm telling you, it's not that far.
Yeah, so
Shauna-
Boris kind of like I think a helicopter would bring too much attention into the
Yeah.
area.
Shauna goes, I think it's only like 20 minutes.
Bernard's gonna look at Sabor and just say, "Have you not noticed the giant airport we're near? One helicopter, it's not gonna draw that much attention, but fine.
Landing at that location, however, that would.
Well, then to the garage then. Have you all, everyone have everything they think they might need?
I believe so.
Out of curiosity, who here has night vision?
Nope.
If we're
Sabor
conducting a
will
night
ra-
op,
Yes, Sabor will raise his hand.
I have a giant glow stick. I take my quarterstaff from my backpack and kind of like crack the tip. Yeah. Light.
Would it be too game breaking to have Bernard make use of night vision goggles or some kind of thermal anything?
This happened in the museum, right?
Yeah.
I'll just say there's
presumably the
still
lights will
like
be on.
there's still like lights there's still like lights at nighttime in the museum, so there's a potential you might not need it. If you needed to get special glasses, the special glasses though, you will have to take a successful look around if you want. As you pretty much are being told to like go kind of like now, as while it's still freshly night, in case complications were to come up. So if you did want to go and find it, you need to give me an investigation check.
Yeah, all right then.
I'll help him.
Yeah, well, they're
I
doing
don't-
that.
I don't
Sabor's-
think you can help him specifically because he's just looking around in like like you don't know this area at all. You would literally be like
Yeah, you
following
have
him
good
and then
investigation.
seeing like, ooh, there's like a maybe like a combat room or something, but like the gear is all up here, down here, and there, and you're just like, I don't know.
What are the odds if I fault them? Like, yeah, I'll help you out, but I'm slowly taking gadgets here and there, putting them in my pocket. What are the odds of that?
Oh my gosh, I wish they'd organize this room a little better.
Hey,
Bernard
10's
says
not
as
bad.
Bernard says he fails to find. I don't think he finds what he's looking for, unless he does.
Absolutely not this time.
Maybe I should. Oh dang it! I should have hired that one kid. This place would be organized by now. This whole place would be organized by now. Wait a minute. I didn't fire him. I just didn't put him on the team. Minerva.
Make a mental note
Oh,
of
sorry, Minerva's gone after she.
Minerva's
has
gone.
permission.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, okay, well that's happening. Sabor's just putting on his tactical gear, which is mostly just a lot of black clothing to cover up his body glow.
I lean over to Sabor and say, "Adorable how these mortals here have to rely on gadgets to see in the dark."
Well, they didn't exactly evolve, in darkness. Can't blame them for what nature dictates.
I would love it if you quit making snide comments about the dominant species on this planet.
Besides, gadgets are fun.
Yeah, fucking he's this dominant species, and Sabor turns around and is like, pretty sure that's the lizard people who wear human skin. He continues to get ready.
When you
Bernard
say
just-
lizard people that wear human skin, Shauna like quickly glances at you and glances away.
Ooh, there's lizard folk. Oh, that'd be awesome.
There's lizard
Zuckerberg
folk, the
exists in this
fireman.
universe.
Yeah, the fireman standing in front of you. There's lizard people.
Yeah, lizard people. Besides, you
I mean,
never eat.
Shauna's just not trying to say anything. I feel like
So-
she would accidentally say something that could be taken as speciest or something. So she's not risking it.
She's standing there and she's just sweating. She's like lizard people wearing human skin, sweating.
She doesn't know if by it's because she doesn't know by lizard people if you mean actual lizards or like whatever the fuck she's becoming. It's like
She's-
technically she's becoming a lizard person.
yeah, she's sweating.
Yeah. Bernard's just Bernard says he doesn't say anything as he grabs two mags of ammunition for his rifle and stuffs one in the rifle and one in a pouch on his tactical gear.
I can help carry things if you guys have something, encumbered. I can help us carry it. My back can hold a lot.
Can Sabor look around the gear room and see if you can find a bear trap or something?
Yeah, I'll say finding a bear trap isn't hard.
I see you pick up the bear trap and Jana goes, I actually out of her backpack she pulls out a animal trap. She goes, I actually have one of those already. I don't know if we needed multiple.
Yeah, he'll turn and look at her and he'll be like, "We're gonna booby trap this bitch."
You know, I have a lot of experience with that. I wouldn't mind helping out.
Yeah, he's gonna take that extra bear trap because if it's as big as he's thinking it might be, there's no harm in a bear trap.
It's literally a bear trap.
Just the fucking massive,
Like the
cheesy-
pedal
yeah.
where you step on it and it's
Yeah, and it's
literally
yeah,
one of
but
those.
just one of those, but big.
And like that's actually in my inventory. That's not flavor. Like it has.
Oh yeah, no,
and
no,
everything.
yeah, because of your ranger subclass, right?
Yeah. Well, because of
DM.
my Outlander background.
The Outlander, yeah.
DM, for this mission? Is there any stipulation for catching this thing alive, or do they want it dead?
So to explain to you how DPRD works, with kind of how I was saying with dealing with things, they tell you to deal with things. I'm hoping I said deal because that's kind of what I meant was deal with things this time. So it's kind of like at your jurisdiction, basically. If whatever you find should be eliminated, captured, or just when I say,
Given a
when I
smack
say-
on the hand and sent home.
Yeah.
So, well, Bernard's gonna look around. He's gonna say, "Well, if we're gonna capture that thing, I suppose we'll need to bring something bigger than the Suburban."
Do you have like? Shauna kind of looks excited.
Yeah,
Do we have like cover cars or like supercars and stuff?
You don't
something bigger
have,
than the
you
Suburban.
don't have supercars, but if you want, I will say that in here is the the big metal when I say metal, I mean like it's even its color is like that of not silver,
The
but
black,
like
the
silver.
big black SUVs that police.
No,
have?
not the SUVs.
FBI.
The ones like military would have, where it's like you have to go to the back specifically to open
Like
it.
the ATVs or whatever they're
Yeah.
Oh, you mean it?
called. I know what
you
you're talking about.
I think you mean an MRAP.
I'd have to look it up, but I
No,
like a
no,
grizzly.
that's not an. I don't think that's an MRAP.
Well, what are you
Like
describing?
the police.
no, not that,
I
not
know,
that.
Like
I
the
know
police
what
one.
he's talking about, like the SWAT vehicle that you can only
Yeah,
get
I
through
know
the
what
back
you're
double
talking
doors.
about.
It doesn't have front doors.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah.
Like an
Like
armored.
MRAP, but
one of the-
smaller.
yeah,
Like
it's
MRAP, but
it's
smaller.
shaped it's kind of shaped like a U-Haul a little bit.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Here, I'll even post it in here for now to the closest thing I could find for it. Um, it's that's pretty much what it is without all the
Yeah,
sirens.
what one of those? Yeah, that's not an MREP.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I guess
yeah,
it's
yeah.
Yeah, it's the SWAT vehicle.
Oh,
If you went to
okay.
the back, that's the only way you could open the back. I'm pretty sure.
What's it
Ooh.
say on it? Is it like? Because it doesn't say like CIA
That's
or
why I said it's
DPRD,
like the metal. I
right?
was saying metal cover,
Oh.
metal thing. It's like it doesn't say anything on it. It's just that's
Hey,
the look of it.
I got an idea. The it's incognito because it doesn't really look like a police vehicle. It's disguised more like an armored bank truck.
Yeah, that could work.
Yeah.
That could work definitely. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, that works more because I'm pretty sure those aren't street legal, unless you're actually like part of the government.
Yeah, I
So
don't.
if it doesn't say like,
Okay, but
I
wait,
don't-
before I say that, I will say to be fair, for the people who've already been in this organization for a little bit, have gotten badges that basically say they're CIA, if they really
Yeah.
need information. The rest of
Like
you
if
don't.
if police press us, fucking Sabor could just flash his badge and be like, "Get the fuck away from my scene right now."
Pretty much, yeah.
Right, I throw on mage armor and then hop into the turret section of the vehicle and get ready to launch
the
firebolts.
warthog.
There's no turn on that, buddy.
Yeah, there
there
we
is
go.
up top, though. There's a little
it's
hatch.
essentially one of those.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking like the second one because it looks more like a bank, like you
Yeah,
said, like a
that's
armored
that.
bank.
Yeah, that's closer to what I was thinking of. The point being is like there's no like top hatch. It's like you have the front part of it where you could probably seat like 4 or 5, maybe 6 people if you squeeze it. But if you go to the back and open it up, that's where there's plenty of room. But going to the back of the car to open up is the only way to open it up.
Yeah, you can't get to it from the front cab.
Yeah, it's protected back there. That you know. All right.
With that
now,
being said,
well, with our chariot of choice, who's driving?
I assume everybody's got a driving license, right?
My character would not have one.
Sabor's got a driver's license. Sabor will get in the front seat after, smothering
Hey.
his face.
I'm a brilliant inventor. I have no time for driving.
I also just broke out of a research facility, so no, I would not have a driver's license at this point.
I will
Can
say
I
Oh,
sit passenger?
anybody-
I don't like closed. I don't like being stuck in the back in closed spaces. Can I sit passenger seat?
I will say you still have like the small metal sliding door, so if you not door, but like opening on in the front. door
Yeah,
and the back,
like,
so you can
you
still
know, the-
talk, but you can't like see each other.
You can't
Yeah.
crawl through.
Shauna has
Yeah.
claustrophobia though, and something about sitting in that back, I don't want to. I don't want to do.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Faithion has no problem sitting in the back.
Oh, sure. I suppose it's your turn to drive, Sabor.
Sabor is the designated driver.
I think Bernard's got a license too, but I
Shauna
guess-
does have a license later, but she doesn't know any of you people, and also doesn't have the badge if you guys get pulled over.
Crimson, you sitting in the back?
Yeah.
Just want to make
Well,
sure. As-
assuming there's only 2 seats up front, I'll be sitting in the back also.
There's enough for like 4 or 5 people up front.
Oh, well,
Comfortably.
I'll
6
not
if
I-
6 if we don't mind the non-personal space.
If it's a police
It's
car,
just-
it's
it's
definitely
just,
only
like, after
or
you get to,
bank
like-
card.
It's just like after you get to 4 or more is like when the arm space really starts to like stretch out. That's why I was saying
Get
if you
cozy.
get to 5 and 6 is you're stretching it a little bit.
I thought bank cars only have like 2 seats in it.
This thing's custom.
Yeah, it's the point I'm getting at
Bench
is
seat.
it's like there are more seats on the like. It's like it's got the truck 3-seater in the behind it.
Oh, where you like sit in the middle hump?
Yeah.
Nah, that seat sucks. I don't want to sit there.
That's why I'm going in the back.
You can sit in the ashtray.
Sit in the ashtray.
Nah, I'll shotgun. I'll sit shotgun.
Fantastic. With that, I've been wanting to get this out there. As you guys get in your vehicle and start to make your way there,
Rhonda's like glancing at Saber inconspicuously over and over again. Because glance, look away, glance, look away.
do
This, yeah, okay, does Saber notice this shit?
I don't think it would be.
Yeah,
hard,
you
but I'll
probably
let be
notice
up to
it.
you. Yeah, there you go.
I think you would notice it.
Yeah, like, she can't see it because, it, well, actually she would because he's got the glitch
You see it when you like look in the rear view mirror.
Yeah, like, every time she's glancing over, like, she just notices that occasionally he's just looking dead in her eyes, just fucking through the rear view mirror.
Would Bernard notice this exchange either?
If they have the
Yeah.
if they have the bar open, like to the back.
Or I thought it.
I mean, Sabor wouldn't have closed it.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
I
if
was
it's-
thinking it would be. Oh, I thought it
Yeah,
was sitting in like the
Open on
back,
either end.
the back half, like the
Oh,
still in
are
the
you
cab.
are you sitting in the front, like back half?
Like
The back
the,
seat.
Back
the
seat.
back
Back
of
seat,
yeah, the
back
back
seat.
seat, the back of the cab, not the cargo bay.
Okay. Does anyone else go into the front?
No.
What? One person has to sit in the back alone.
I'll be
He's
back-
the
hey,
middleman.
Imagine
I'll be
the-
in the back. I'm going straight to the back as well, because I don't like the upfront part.
Yeah, but yeah, Sabor will look at her and he's like, I notice you keep glancing at me. Is there an issue? Did I put my glitz on wrong? Is my fire seeping out?
Shauna goes, Is it offensive if I ask, what are you?
Well, there's many things humans
Annoying for one.
call me. Yeah, that's one. That's his favorite. But many of you humans like to call my species will-o-wisp.
You were. Her eyes kind of widening. She kind of whispering goes, You were born like this?
Yes. My son, my wife, my entire species were born like this.
Shauna's gonna quickly look away.
Your myths of the will-o-wisp come from spotting our children playing in the forest.
From the back of the area, I'm going to open up the site. Like, are we going to drive? Or are you guys going to keep talking all night? We're supposed to
I
be there
assumed
by
we
now.
were driving. I assumed we were
Yeah,
talking
he's
and
driving. Yeah,
driving.
they're talking and
No,
driving.
I didn't hear anything about. Okay, we're driving away. You just start talking about. Okay, we're sitting there parked, just waiting for them to stop
But
talking.
speaking
Nah,
of
it's a
driving,
20
See, that's
minute
how
drive. We got
good.
time.
That's how good of a driver Sabor is. That road feels like butter. You had no idea we were moving the whole time.
did you
Even realize-
guys put on the radio by chance? Like to any music?
What was a popular song back in 2015?
Bro, I don't.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
no.
listen to
You
music.
know
What
what?
song?
Wait,
Red
wait,
solo cup.
wait, hear
Red
me
solo
out. No,
cup.
Sabor's gonna get this look on his face, and Bernard would know this look, and it's a look of like, well, since
Uptown
you
Funk
called
came
me,
out. We're listening to Uptown Funk.
no, he's like, well, since you decided to call me annoying, Sabor's gonna like put in like a CD or something, and it's just the entire Justin Bieber soundtrack, just to fucking be that guy.
Guys, I don't have
What
that
Justin
on
Bieber
for you
songs were
guys.
out in
Come on.
2015?
God, a lot.
couple.
I got this.
The
I can
only
give you
Justin
this.
Bieber song I know is Baby. Like, that's the only one I know.
Like, I know it was a thing because 2015 was
Oh,
when
Shut
I
Up and Dance
graduated
came
high
out.
school.
I'm looking. 2015, I was in freshman year of high school.
Yeah, 2015 I was graduating, and my sister every fucking morning from middle school to high school, 6 in the morning, played the Justin Bieber DVD, and I hated
looking
every
at-
second of it.
I'm looking at the Billboard of top 100 singles.
I'm not
Centuries
putting-
by Fallout Boy,
I don't-
Sugar by Maroon 5.
Oh my gosh. Oh gosh.
I
This
still
takes me
think
back.
it's Red Solo Cup. I love that
You
song
know,
back
he puts
then.
on
Oh, The
country
Hills by The
music.
Weeknd came out. Oh God, please no.
The thing,
He'll
the-
just
the
put on the
thing-
country station.
thing about
Oh, wait,
thing
the
about
country
that
station. Hold on. I got you.
thing about that Sabor is that Bernard doesn't look annoyed at all. Like because
No, he's used to this shit.
he's oh gosh, if you know
Yes.
if you know the stuff he's been through, like crappy music doesn't phase him. Like
Yeah,
Oh,
that he's like, I've been with Sabor on this team long enough to know this is his usual MO. Fucking annoying prick.
I would say Karnas reacts violently to hearing the Justin Bieber CD, creates a mage hand in the front cab, and ejects it, and then snaps the disc in half.
Oh, whoa.
you gotta pay for that.
I know Sabor just kind of looks at the shattered CD like, you know what, fair. You know, we use that to crack people in interrogations, right?
I would believe it.
It's only marginally effective.
You're gonna let him know he's gotta pay for that now. He's gotta go out of his way to go get that exact same song, all recorded.
You
on
have
the
to buy it.
You have to be seen in public buying a Justin Bieber CD.
Shauna's gonna look back at Saber and be like, "So, are there other aliens too?"
I'm not an alien.
Yes, he got citizenship.
Yeah.
I didn't mean it illegal. I meant like,
That's species, man.
aren't you like from Mars or something? Like,
No,
what
my
planet are you from?
species are from Earth.
Man, I thought we were beyond speciesism.
We've been around
don't know
almost
what-
as long as humans have on this planet. We just evolved different. Wait, you want to tell me where you monkeys came from?
And with that, we're gonna go on break. All right, everybody, we're gonna take, I think, a 15-minute break. Sounds good.
The cat
Okay.
Sophie opens her eyes, and Shauna's like, I don't think I'm technically. Never mind. And like glances out the window, and she kind of just mumbles sorry under her breath.
Are there other aliens?
Hello everybody, we are back. So, now that we've had our little bit of a break, as everybody can see on the map, as I've already put you in here, but this door is obviously firstly not locked. That's just the entrance to this entire kind of museum. And on the off chance that you guys looked for other exits or whatnot, there really wasn't too many that you could find. This is meant to be like a smaller museum, like you kind of get in, you get out. Maybe there might have been a way, if a easier way to see in um, through some other means, but it's really like too much of a hassle at this point. You guys could just literally walk in the doors.
Were we given a key, or was it? Were we given a key for this place?
No, it's not locked. I locked it because I didn't want you guys exploring it.
Ah. Oh, okay.
Sean,
Adjust yourselves as you talk if you want.
they said this place was gonna be empty, right? Like it's cordoned off.
It should be. What guards they had are dead.
All right, so Sophie's gonna
Basically,
back into-
normal society.
gonna turn
but
into a
they will
dragon.
not be here.
Woohoo!
And then I'm also gonna, just before we go, I'm gonna cast bark skin on myself. For an hour. And it's not like actual bark. Instead, it's like my dragon features get more pronounced, and my like it starts like scales start appearing up my arms and legs and stuff.
Yeah.
So how do we do this, dude? Shauna asks, like, do we just go in or?
Yeah. Do we have protocol? Do we have to tell someone we're here? We weren't given. I wasn't given the orientation, so I don't know.
I wasn't either.
If either you guys in the DPRD already need an answer for that, you've been sent out to do the mission. So you've been sent out to do the mission. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, so we just go in.
Okay.
Usually, good rule of thumb, don't let it get out into the public streets if it's here. And don't let the public see you if you aren't exactly human.
Oh, well, I'm good to go.
Well, then unlock the doors as you guys coming in, going potentially about to go past this. Which, to explain what you're looking at here, it's basically would be like thinking of a not confession stand, but the stand where they would pretty much take your tickets or take your money to let you in.
Okay.
So that's all this was. Nothing of too much of importance.
Man, it's dark in here.
Yeah. You guys could proceed to keep going for right now.
There's no fucking light in here.
What are you talking
There's
about?
lights.
What are you talking about?
And
There's Soren is like brightly lit here, dude.
Yeah, Sabor's just fucking.
Sabor is just like, lighting the way for us. Well, for me anyway.
So,
Can I?
I hate symphony.
Shauna's gonna be looking around, like
you just
Yeah,
just a
same
quick second
as
here
Sabor.
as you guys are moving around. As you guys are moving around, looking at stuff, you all hear the sound of probably like maybe like a bone rattle or just like a little quick noise, almost as if you guys aren't in here alone.
Yeah, so Sabor's gonna pull his gun and immediately turn towards the noise.
Yeah, where was it? What direction was the noise?
You're the closest one to the direction.
I'm immediately gonna back up.
I will pull out my toy phaser.
I also pull out my gun.
Yeah, well, she backs up. Sabor's gonna move closer.
Are there any like tracks or anything on the floor?
How could there be tracks? Oh, they could be in blood.
So as you have finally gotten up to basically what is behind this kind of art museum, art not say art museum,
Art museum, a dead, a dead
the
ichthy.
it's like a dead whale, and I can't remember the name that it.
Ichthyosaur? That's what it looks
I
like,
think
at least
it's-
the
Yeah,
skeleton.
looks
You guys are
like an
getting
icky
you guys are
store.
getting dangerously close to what appears to be like something trying to skulk in the dark at first. As light kind of shines a little bit onto it, it looks like a not specifically not specifically that of a werewolf, but that of
Oh no, he's hot.
a wereman, a kind of beast of sorts with kind of like flowing hair, uh, a actual literal like tail, uh, that to be sharp claws, yellow eyes, that of to be what looks to be honestly, at least if it wasn't specifically werewolf, it's at least probably partially.
Any chance his clothes are blood soaked?
Um, um, there is a potential, but you couldn't see it at, but you whether it is or isn't, you couldn't see it at the very moment because again they're still trying to hide away from you,
Okay.
Even though you guys have somewhat spotted it.
Shauna's gonna be hello. We can see you.
At first,
I'm gonna look at Bernard and
at first you get no response. As
Sabor's gonna move over just to block the immediate exit towards the front.
move to stay in the light because I can't.
I have to follow too. I have to follow with her. Actually, you know what? Man, yeah, I have to follow her because I need the light.
This person skulking in the, like I said, behind, still trying to hide at the very moment. They're pretty much at a kind of position where it seems like they're not specifically hostile, but they seem that of hostile. Like they're not going to go
like
out
they're
in
defensive.
wings at you. Yeah, like they're a little bit more on the defensive side, but you can see, like as you kind of somewhat get even potentially closer, that hostility and that of somewhat razor sharp teeth.
Shauna kind of goes. Well, I was kind of right about it not being a werewolf. I think.
I want to hit him with calm emotions.
Relax, bro. Relax.
Any chance your material component for that is a joint?
Spellcasting focus.
Yeah, if your spell kind you light the joint, you smoke it, and you hand it off.
Least cursed blunt rotation.
That would be funny.
Okay, it's got 60-foot range. I'm gonna send it.
That's a big joint.
I toss him the joint.
Oh crap! I didn't realize I've been muted this whole time.
Yeah.
Bernard's been like he's pointing directly at this creature, and he's kind of motioning. He's pointing the barrel down and saying, "Get on the ground."
DC 15 charisma.
Huh?
For the calm emotion.
Yeah, he casted calm emotion, which You need to actually cast it on.
Yeah.
Yes, I found you. You can target. This is some of the things I was trying to get into. Where at the top left, you see you have a kind of like a little target button. You can target the person specifically and like cast the spell, and it should basically in a way cast on them.
Did it work?
Damn, he got exactly a 15.
Seems like 15 did not work. They
Damn.
are not in a because they are not in not in a friendly talking mood right now. I guess I could say.
I guess next time, toss an edible.
Want a cookie?
She swiped away the blunt. Unfortunately.
Is he looking at Bernard, telling him to get on the ground with a gun pointed at him at all? Does he care?
Does he care is a good question.
Ooh.
Is he doing like what's he doing? Is he doing it?
I think I heard snarling.
Definitely was some.
I
Got
actually
a
Bernard's gonna.
handcuff on you, Bernard.
I do. Bernard's. He's gonna turn. He's actually gonna speak in French. He's gonna speak in French now. He's gonna say, "Do you understand me?"
Still no response.
What the hell are y'all?
Huh?
All this
DR,
you seems
DRPD.
like all this snarling and all of that
Come again?
that you were afraid of. It seems like this guy's literally just waking up.
Yeah, so fucking Saber still has his gun. It's like he has it more pointed at, like, not directly at him, but more angled towards the floor, gun safety,
Yeah.
standard operation sort of thing, pointing it away from people for the most part.
Yes.
Shauna's the exact same.
Yeah, as he's eyeing this lichen-like creature. What is your name?
Sorry, what now? Come again?
DRPD. State your name.
Derped? What's derped?
Department of Paranormal Research and Defense.
Ah, that's a lot of words. Oh. Wait, hold on. Who sent y'all here? Are you looking for me? I don't like being found.
We've who sent us is none of your concern. What are you doing here?
I was sleeping.
Well, obviously.
Well, why'd you ask the question?
No, I mean, why are you in this building?
To sleep?
You just told us he was sleeping. By any chance, do you sleep murder? Because there's 2 kills here, and you're the only creature here, so we're kind of curious.
Sleep? Murder.
Yeah, it's
You
like
can do that?
sleepwalking, only you walk to your victim and kill them in your sleep.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's not a no.
I mean, I don't... What are you talking about? I was just here sleeping. You're telling me that there's been a murder?
Yes.
Like, of crows?
No, crows were not murdered. People were murdered. When you kill a crow, it's just killing birds.
No, but isn't a murder a group of crows? Are you looking for a group of crows? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
No, there was 2 murders here.
There's 2 group of crows?
Yep.
I don't
Can
know.
I create a minor illusion of the images of the dead bodies that you showed us earlier to show to him?
What do they look
do you
like?
Still, I guess they would have probably just given you the photos if you really wanted them.
Regardless. Okay, fine. We show him the photos.
What do they look like?
Dead people. Murder.
Do you recognize any of this?
Yeah.
Oh,
Give
man.
me-
Holy shit. Man. I'd like to meet whoever did that. That is gruesome. Oh, man. What is that? Is that... Oh, those are people?
Yes, to guards who used to work at this museum before they were cut short.
Oh wait, you're shitting me. That looks like something from a movie scene. That's crazy. Yeah, speaking of movies, y'all seen that new one that just came out?
So
Which-
far he's not denied killing the people.
Donna's gonna slowly start raising
Wait.
her gun more.
Someone killed people?
You're looking at their photos.
I got detect thoughts if we need it. Just say the word.
That's what that is. That's dead people in the photos that you're looking for. Holy crap. Damn.
We're
Dale
looking for the
nodded.
guy who did it.
What did that?
Did you do it?
Yeah,
Well,
still,
right.
I'm not hearing a
Yeah.
denial of yeah. We need to
I
know who
was-
did it.
Hold up. Y'all think I did this? I was sleeping. How could I have done this if I was
That's why I
sleeping?
asked you if you sleep, kill people. You didn't say no, so we're assuming
You
you,
a
do.
sleepwalker? You a sleepwalker?
To be fair,
Sleep
this death
walker?
did not just happen.
So, y'all are looking for 2 dead people and some
Why
crows
are
that
you
murdered
here?
them.
We
was-
were told this place. Yeah, but why are you sleeping here? Why are you here?
Yeah, this isn't a house. There's no bed here or anything.
Yeah, why are you here?
Also, how did
public
you
place.
get in here past the guards?
This
Well,
isn't a public.
If they left the door unlocked like they did for us, I mean.
Wait,
they just
hold
walked
on.
in.
Isn't this the museum?
Yes.
Yeah, but it's closed,
Right. I came in when it was open. I must have dozed off back
and you
here.
just stay.
I
Mm.
guess, sometimes you sit down for a second, catch
Well,
your breath, and next
well,
thing you know, you wake up locked in the museum.
Well, technically, there was the guards are all dead. There was no one to tell them to leave.
Wait, the guards are dead too? So you're looking for 4 dead bodies and 2 crows that are murdering people?
No,
No, we're not-
dead
we're not
guards
looking.
are in the
Who
picture.
said crows killed them?
That guy, he
No.
said y'all looking for murders.
Murderers. So yes, many murderers.
Not,
So, yeah,
not like a group of crows, as in murderers, as in people who kill people.
We are looking for.
Oh,
the
you're
Other
looking for
different
murderers. You're looking for people that kill people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought you were looking for crows killing people. I was like, that's weird. I've never heard of groups of crows just killing people.
I don't know about crows, but I think
I
think
have.
I'm talking to a turkey right now.
In
Wait,
my
there's a
mind,
talking turkey in this museum? Hold
in-
on. What-
in
I
my
gotta
mind,
see
I-
this.
I am thinking.
Man,
I wonder if I,
Hold up. Where's this? Wait, hold on.
I wonder if I can create a vat of nair so when he falls asleep again, I can take off his hair.
Now, here's.
That's what I'm
Wait a
thinking.
second. I've answered a lot of y'all's question. Now tell me, wait, who sent y'all? Are y'all looking for me?
I
Just need
Most
to know.
likely,
I'm
yes.
beginning to think so. Yes.
can I just make an insight roll and see if we can put 2 and 2 together by
Yeah,
now?
same. Can support make an insight roll?
I'm gonna say one of you can make an insight roll with the help action from anyone else.
I do have a plus 11 to insight.
Jesus Christ.
Damn.
I'll give help.
Alright, so I'm rolling with advantage?
That's a
That's
24.
gonna be a
I'm gonna-
24.
I'm gonna tell you
Nice.
something. What he's saying, whether it makes sense or not, he doesn't even sound like he knows himself.
Alright, so this man probably did it, but has no memory of
Mentally
it.
Well,
Okay, now hold up. Here's the thing. I've done answered like 50 or 60 of y'all's questions. Now I want to know something.
close.
Are you with them cult motherfuckers? Are you looking for me?
Colt.
Bolt.
Colt?
Who's Colt?
The cult.
He's
You
cold.
know what I'm talking about.
I'm warm.
Yeah,
Cult of what? What cult?
Cults of Artemis.
He's Artemis.
If you got to ask that question, you must not be with
She's a
them.
Greek hunter.
Oh,
Yeah.
see,
Yeah, she is.
see, he knows. So he must be part of the cult.
that's just
I'm a she,
that's
but
that's
also-
All right,
yeah, no,
hold on.
so-
Hold on.
Fucking, he says that must be part of the cult, and then Saber immediately turns around. Do you know nothing of European gods?
I'm American.
Hey, brother, me too.
Technically European.
Born and raised. How long
kinda
you been here,
consider
man?
a Mediterranean.
Obvious.
Mediterranean.
Well, we got to have some kind of flexicuffs or handcuffs in this SWAT, man. I say
Yeah,
we,
for real,
we
we
take
got
him in for
two guys.
questioning.
Hey, before
Yeah.
Whoa.
Advanced interrogation techniques.
I have a
Hey,
Right.
hey.
Pull out the
Hold on.
Justin
Yeah.
Bieber CD. Oh wait, we can't. You broke it.
Hey,
Damn.
I-
hey, hold on. Hold on.
I got the Barney theme song.
Hold on. I got something, y'all. So Bernard's gonna look at this creature and he's just gonna ask a question. Oh, maybe one more question. You hungry?
Oof. Am I hungry? I mean, I could always eat if you're offering.
You're a
You,
ma-
you buying?
We got
Donna sees
What?
what Bernard is doing. Join will help him.
Oh, I wasn't going for that. I was just gonna say, hey, if you get in this truck with us, we'll go to in and out or wherever we have.
Yeah,
around
you're-
here.
I don't think In and Out's your.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's more of a West Coast
Okay.
Coast.
What's the
thing.
other thing? What's the East Coast thing? It's like Shake Shack or something.
Whataburger?
Either Shake Shack,
No,
no,
Steak
not
and Shake?
Whataburger. Don't you guys
Steak and
also have
Shake.
White Castle on the East Coast? Yeah,
Yeah,
White
we have
Castle.
White
we
Castle.
want to take him to good places.
No, I've been to
No,
Atlanta
I'm not
before.
gonna-
It's Waffle House is the place to go.
Yeah, you know
Walk
that's
down
fair.
there.
Hold
Yeah.
up. I'm
Donna's
hearing
like-
a lot of
Donna's like,
suggestions
you're-
here about where to eat.
You're American,
going?
right?
Where
You
y'all
want a
trying to
Good
go?
old double-decker cheeseburger.
I mean,
Well, if
Do
he's
you
the
want a
killer-
waffle?
who says no
Waffle.
to a cheeseburger? Waffle
Yeah,
sound
Waffle
good
House is
too.
open.
Well, I think we should sit him. Like, I'm not telling Bernard or Sabor how to do their job. They've been at it longer, but maybe like zip time and sit him in the back and then like explore the rest of this place. He could have people with him.
I got. That's if you come why don't you just come with us and hop in our truck and we're gonna go to Waffle House and yeah, we're buying.
You
What
know,
driving,
IKEA
Ford,
has those.
Chevy.
I got an
Toyota?
idea. You know, IKEA has those Swedish meatballs. Why don't we go to? There's an IKEA not far from here. Why don't we go get Swedish meatballs?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think that's a good idea also.
A what now?
It's a meatball from Sweden.
They're
No,
good.
I know what a meatball is. What he said it's a where? I never heard of a place like that. What's it called?
Sweden?
IKEA.
Oh, IKEA.
What's it called?
IKEA.
Sweden. It's a country.
Wait, you're telling me Sweden's a place? They make meatballs there? That's it?
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
that's the whole country.
Well,
Just
they-
meatball
they-
factories.
They make chocolate. They make good chocolate too.
Chocolate and meatballs. That's a weird economy, but whatever.
And they dip the meatballs into the chocolate.
That's why they must never win the wars. Okay.
What? Hey, you know they may only make two things, but the women are pretty hot for only making two items. So yeah, they got it every now.
Yeah,
and then.
Support's
So you
standing
know all that red
there,
meat and chocolate.
like
Not a
he's just standing there.
Sugar and fat goes the right places, you know?
Yo, does anyone else hear that laugh, bro?
What laugh?
Huh?
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 A what?
What are you talking about?
Who's laughing?
If you're playing a sound, I don't hear anything.
I'm not playing this out. I'm just saying there's
Okay.
some noise going in the background. But who knows?
Yeah,
Oh.
Sabor realizing this guy isn't much of
Not
Holy
like
crap, you are bright. What the hell's going on
Yeah.
over there?
he's just gonna keep going. Yeah, he's gonna come
Oh,
up to
god
this
dang, it's
door
like a
'cause he's
flashbang
hearing
went off in my
noise.
face.
I cannot. This shit
So-
is
I am gonna mention one thing is that these, by the way, aren't like low lights. Like these are like dim light sections, but this is dim light from like the ceiling, like coming from like
Oh.
the outside.
well.
Skylights?
I look at Sabar and
Yeah, skylight. There you
Bernard, and I go, "What do we do?"
Were y'all talking about going in and out IHOP? No one mentioned Taco Bell, which is kind of weird. You know, that's good late night eats. But someone mentioned Waffle House. I think.
Yeah, Sabor's just
uh,
gonna make like a hand gesture, which is just like I'm scoping something.
Oh, she wants us to follow her. Hold on, let me come over. Hold on. What are you looking at? You find that crows?
He looks back at him and he's like, "You, quiet."
Why? Are we trying to be sneaky?
Yes.
I want everybody here to hold still for a second, as someone has just walked into one of these spots I was talking about. Clear as day, as you can see from up in the sky, to be that of a full moon. And in that full moon, you see the person that you've been talking to with so kindly, in between everybody in the group here, start to change. Start to grow
Yeah,
dim.
Sabor's gonna kick him out of the moonlight.
You could kick him out of the moonlight. It's too late. He is. I don't even want to explain it. You can explain it.
You want me to explain it?
Oh,
You
no, he's
explain
not.
that. You explain that.
Oh, no.
Missy.
You see what was originally this just 6 foot, very shaggy, hairy man with an odd face and pretty well fitting clothes now all of a sudden is just covered in hair, and he looks like a beast of a wolf at probably 7 foot now, standing there, gnarling and growling as saliva starts to roll out of his mouth, and his tail just wags eagerly as he looks at you all and just glares.
With that though, I want everybody to click on their characters. Right click on your characters, and you see that little armor and swords? I want you to click that to basically click it on, and then at the top right, actually I don't even know if you need to go to the top right, but at the top right where you see that the little swords, actually no, I think you guys need to. Do you guys need to?
It
There's
says
no
that
combat
there's
encounter
no
in your
combat
turn.
Oh,
encounter.
sorry.
Yeah,
It's outwards, not
you
words,
have
yeah.
you have to do the bad guys first.
No, it's not the bad guys. I didn't have an encounter up. I got the there you go. And with that, feel free to roll initiative. However, I think this is a good stopping point for today, as it is
Yeah.
almost 11. I still would like everybody to roll their initiatives, as this big
Let's-
hunk of a wolf man is now seeming to be that of more aggressive than whatever he was before.
Finally, somebody who stands at Sabor's eye level.
How the heck do you get a +5 and a +3?
Hard work, push-ups, sit-ups, and plenty of juice.
True.
It's a pretty
Oh, yeah,
solid
it
spread. A lot of us in the
It
same
does
area.
have my. Well, the reason I have a +5 is from the
Real
alert
quick.
feed.
Real quick then.
Oh.
Yeah, alert. We'll
we
give you that.
are going to first off in the actual thing here. Shut off. It's here. There we go. And with that, we're going to be ending the session here today. So thank you everybody so much for being here for DPRD episode 1. Now episode 2, hopefully, we'll start off where we've left off. Goodbye.
Goodbye.